now we're going to fix PrepNP. So let's just to remind ourselves what the error is. Save this, and so yeah, no type of np.s, expected string, inferred case to string. So we could do what we did in the previous cases and just take the accusative here, and so let's generate something. Yeah, so in these cases this works correctly, like the blue wine breaks him, but here we have the she swims in her, and that was the whole point we wanted to do. We wanted to replace this in har with in. So so this is the place where we do this, because that's where you combine a preposition with a noun phrase. So, because I mean, there is in this grammar there is no way to combine a preposition with pronoun directly, because you have to, like, first the pronouns need to become NPs, and then there is a single function that combines prepositions with any noun phrase. Okay, so now we can do. So we remember that in the category of preposition, you have this prep type which tells us if it contracts or not. And now we can pattern match on that. So here, case prep.pt of no contr. So then we do this thing. We just pick the s of the preposition and the accusative of the NP. But if it contracts, then we choose actually the preposition's contr form. And okay, does this work? Okay, and we see some examples here. The cold blood breaks her on it, him, her, something. Okay, but now let's see. Did we actually, is this a linearization of what we wanted it to be? Let's parse this and see what happens. So we get this meta variable. That's maybe not what we want to do. So let's just generate a couple of trees here. Let's see, we want to actually, we want to generate with det.cn. Yes. So how would we want this to be linearized? Yeah, actually here we would actually want it to be op de or het. I don't actually speak Dutch. Like I have a Wikipedia article of Dutch grammar in another window, but okay, it's het water. So we would want this to be op het water and not erop. So so we need to add some more parameters to the categories. So, well, the place here, now we're just checking if the preposition contracts, but we also need to find out if the NP contracts. So let's add, we already made a nice parameter for that, so let's just reuse it. We could also, actually now that we're going to use it for other categories than just prepositions, we could rename it. So let's call prep type as contracts or contraction. Replace. Let's also call PT. Let's call it CT now, just to be consistent. Search and replace. Okay, Let's see if the search and replace did something weird. Let's just import this again. Okay, no, it didn't. Great. So yeah, now we're going to add the contraction into noun phrase as well. So Pron was of type pronoun. NP can be of type pronoun. And then extension. So this is called record extension. So NP will have all the fields that pronoun has and a CT contraction as well. So, okay, now we're getting all these new errors. Cannot find value for label CT in a function that is supposed to produce an NP. So we're going to go to detcn and add this field CT no contr. We know because detcn is only taking CNs to NP and not pronouns. And then, okay, we're going to get another error now. Yes, use Pron, missing record field, CT type of Pron. So we're going to do this. So we can, yeah, actually, I mean, this is a nice example. Let's see, we can see these at the same time. So here we have the lincat of NP. Its lincat is pronoun record extension, a field called CT, which is contraction. So this is how we defined a type using record extension. So we can also define a value using record extension. So it's the same pronoun, and then we add CT equals contr, because we know that all pronouns in this grammar contract. Okay, now let's see. Okay, it compiles. So now we've added that field, and now we're going to use it here. So case prep, so the CT field, contraction field of preposition, and the contraction field of noun phrase. So this is a way to make a tuple in GF. We just put it in this angled brackets and put a comma in between. Here we actually let's put the interesting case first. So if preposition contracts and noun phrase contracts, then use the preposition's contracting form. And so any other case, so there are four possibilities, so that one of these contracts but the other doesn't. But we can use the wildcard here. We can even, so this is a wildcard that is matching any tuple of any two. But we could even just use the wildcard like this. This means like any value, including a tuple of any values. Okay, let's move the semicolon to the right place. And okay, so now let's try again on the water. Yes, now it's giving the right form. It's retaining that because detcn, this expression has contraction type of no contraction. But if we then use Pron question mark to generate all the trees that use it. So now we have these two trees, and then linearize. I can show you, I can use the trace here so it actually retains these trees as well. Oh, yeah, I need to put this in the front. When I give flags to GF command line, GF shell operations, I need to put the flags before the arguments. So now, on him and on her both get linearized as op.